Hey everybody, today I'm going to review the Atari 2600 homebrew game Atari Climber, which I will be playing off of the Atari Flashback 2. Atari Climber returned to the Atari Flashback series starting at the Atari Flashback 6. It is also currently available in cartridge form with a color manual at Atari Age under the name Climber 5 for $20. Climber 5 originally appeared in Compute magazine in a 1987 article by James Rogers. The game code was published for several computers including the Atari 8-bits, and users would have to type in the code themselves to play the game. Atari Climber/Climber 5 carries a copyright year of 2005 and were made by Dennis Debro. As far as I can tell, aside from the name changes, some slight graphical differences, and some minor differences in the first game mode, the games are largely identical to one another. In the game, you play a ball boy who needs to retrieve the only ball being used in a baseball game that has landed in a construction site after being hit for a home run. Atari Climber/Climber 5 is a single screen action game for one player only. In the game, you use a joystick to move your climber left and right and to move up and down the ladders. Your goal of each screen is to get the ball while avoiding girders before time runs out. Once you touch the ball, you go on to the next screen. The game has 3 modes of difficulty. The novice or original mode is based on the original game which appeared in the magazine, where girders simply move from left to right. In Atari Climber, the ball will move from time to time, as it does for all the game modes in Atari Climber and 2 game modes in Climber 5, but in Climber 5, in the original mode, the ball stays on the top of the screen. Also, only for Climber 5, there is no timer or scoring for the original mode. In the normal mode, the girders switch directions approximately every 2 seconds. If your left difficulty switch is in the B position, girders will flash before switching directions. You can also press the button to make the girders change directions, but it will cost you 500 points off of the bonus timer every time you do so. The advanced mode is just like normal, except now you have falling objects to deal with. Some objects like hammers, bricks, and a lunchbox will cost you a life if they hit you, while other objects like a cup, teddy bear, and butterfly, and either the Atari Fuji symbol or the Atari Age logo will get you bonus points. Scoring wise, aside from the original mode of Climber 5, when you get the ball, anything remaining on your timer turns into bonus points for you. Collecting good objects in the advanced mode gets you 100 points per object to start with, but if you collect them in a certain order, you can get bonus points, starting with the cup at 100 points, the teddy bear at 300 points, followed by the butterfly at 500 points, and the Atari Fuji symbol or Atari Age logo at 700 points. The values of the objects also increase every 5 levels, maxing out at level 20, and you earn an extra life at 10,000 points. Graphically speaking, the game has a decent look for an Atari 2600 game, with the falling objects being the high point in my opinion. Sound and music wise, everything is pretty basic but fitting. Family friendly wise, the game is worthy of an E for everyone rating. So what do I think of Atari Climber? Personally, I ironically found the novice mode to be too hard, as once I hit level 3, I felt like I couldn't move fast enough to avoid the girders, but I really enjoyed the normal and advanced modes, especially when I set my difficulty switch to give me notice of a girder about to change directions. Similar to some early 2600 games, this is a fairly simple game, but it controls very well and is just plain fun. So where am I going to rank Atari Climber/Climber 5? Out of my short list of Atari 26 homebrews I've reviewed so far, this one is climbing straight to the top. Atari Climber/Climber 5 is a simple and fun Atari 2600 homebrew game that I suggest you check out. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please click like and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter, and check out some of my many other videos covering retro-related video games, toys, mini arcades, plug and plays, and more. At this time, I'd like to thank Vincent for supporting the show on Patreon. Thank you, Vincent. You too can help support the show, gain access to exclusive content, and be able to vote on future games I review by signing up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and remember to always avoid girders that float by themselves.